Where am I? Where am I? So today we are on lecture 3. We are basically trying to look at functions. So we need to understand what functions are in Excel. Okay, so just from the definition of functions, we can clearly see to say function is a predefined formula. Okay, so last time we were looking at formulas. Now we want to understand what functions are. Okay, so a predefined formula that performs calculations using specific values in a particular order. Okay, so some of the examples that we have maybe when we are trying to find the sum of given operands, the average, okay, and then maybe when we want to count how many values are, and also maybe trying to establish which one could be the maximum value and which one could be the minimum value. So some of those things are the things that we're going to look at today. Okay, so now this is an example of what a formula is. Okay, this is an example of what a formula is, just from last time what we were looking at. We looked at adding 2 operands, and then we also looked at the aspect of also trying to add more than 2 operands. Okay, so now a function looks like this. Okay, a function looks like this. Okay, so it has a predefined it's a predefined operation, okay, or formula. Okay, so if you look at this particular aspect, okay, you are trying to find the sum of these 2 operands. Okay, so it's already telling you to say, me, what I want to find is the sum of the given operands. Okay, so it is a predefined. Okay, so whereas the formula itself just goes direct into stating the operands itself, first of all starts by customizing what it is about to attain. Okay, it starts by clearly defining the parameters to say, okay, this is what I want to attain at the end of it. Okay, now when we are looking at functions, it's also important to take note, just like we had taken note of the various parts of operations, the order of operations, okay, the parts of a particular formula last time when we were looking at complex formulas. Today we are looking at functions. So under functions, we can be able now to clearly see, to read, to say, okay, this is the direction under which we are trying to take. So any given function must be written. Okay, okay. Any given function must be written in a specific way. Anyway, I forgot to write something there. In a specific way, which is called the syntax. Okay, so I know you are familiar with this since you're coming from the media, you are familiar with issues of syntax, issues of semantic grammar and stuff like that. So even us, we also borrow that particular type of language where we are also trying to become technical in some way. So the syntax is the structure, okay? The syntax is the structure of a function, okay? So a basic syntax of a function, first of all, is supposed to start with an equal sign, okay? So it starts with an equal sign, okay? And then it also has a function name, okay? The function name precedes what is in the parentheses, okay? So look at, you have the sum, okay? The sum, okay? A sum comes just before you put your arguments inside the parentheses, okay? So what is now coming inside the brackets, we shall now term it as arguments, okay? Maybe try to unmute your mic.
Hello?
Hello. Are we okay
Hello.
this far?
Yes, yes, we are together. I was going to unmute to speak anytime I am not following.
Okay. Okay, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Okay, but
Okay.
it's okay then if at all we are okay this far.
Okay, we are very fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so basically this is what we are talking about, okay? We are trying to establish how, first of all, a formula, a function should look like, okay? So you have an equal sign which comes at that particular point, okay? And then look at this particular aspect where I said to say this particular aspect here is what is known as the function name. It precedes, okay? It just comes before you put the parenthesis, okay? The arguments inside the parenthesis. So this particular argument, okay, of 2, okay, is what is going to provide us with the ultimate product that we're going to have in this particular, when we add the 2 arguments and then we come up with a sum, okay? So this is an example of how a function should look like, okay? We move on to the next slide. And then now, when we start working with functions, okay? When we start working with functions, okay, you understand the fact that, for example, if at all we were trying to find maybe the average of given scores, okay? The average of given scores, okay? This is the formula, the function for average, okay? Okay. The reason why we are using functions is that, you know, there are other mathematical operations that are beyond maybe just the mere addition and subtractions that we looked at in the previous lesson, okay? Where we're trying to just maybe add, subtract, divide, find the exponent. But there are other also parameters, mathematical calculations that can be performed in Excel apart from just those basic ones, okay? So mathematical operations such as when you're trying to find the average, when you're trying to find maybe the maximum value, maybe you're trying to find the minimum value, maybe you're trying to count the range of a particular, okay, the number of digits that are contained in a particular range. So average, when we talk about average, we could calculate the average of values in the cell, okay? For instance, we have got, this is B1, this is cell B1, okay? And maybe this is B9, okay? So we are trying to find the average of these numbers from here to there, okay? So these numbers in between, we are going to find, inclusive those at the end, okay? So the formula is provided there, where we're going to trying to find the average of those particular numbers, okay? So we put our function in a proper stated manner so that we don't have a situation whereby we have errors after putting the value. Are we okay this far? Hello? Hello?
We are very okay. It's doing very well.
Okay.
Hello, I can hear you. Yes, I'm following. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just going to state these particular ones so that before we go into a practical session where we are going to start looking at the addition, the sum, the average, the counting and stuff like that, we should just have these things in the back of our mind. For instance, when we talk about the sum, okay, when we talk about the sum, okay, we are trying to add, the function adds all the values of a cell in that particular argument, okay? Okay. Okay, let me just bring this to you, okay? Okay.
It's clear. It's good.
Okay, so
Thank you.
for instance, we have two values. We have 56, okay, and we also have 67, okay. So now we are trying to find the sum of these numbers, okay. So we shall first of all start, okay, by writing the sum, okay. So now if you look at this tab that comes, okay, it clearly indicates to you to say there are more than just the sum, other functions that can be gotten, okay. So we can't just explain them literally, okay, on an Excel sheet to say, okay, this is a sum if, this is a sum product, this is a sum of SQ. So we need just to have those predefined functions categorized like that, so that it helps us in trying to come up with the actual thing that we want, okay? So now, if we want to find the sum, so previously we were just going directly, okay? So I want to find my sum like that. So it will enter automatically. You see that? And when you look at the formula, in between here, there's a full colon, meaning to say it is getting a range. From this range, yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
I don't know if you moved to another slide because I still have creating a function on my screen. So I don't know if you're showing another slide on the screen.
Okay, what I'm showing is this. Are you able to see what?
Okay, now I'm there. Yes, now it has come.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sorry for leaving you behind. Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so let me just go backwards. Okay, so I was trying to explain the fact that we have a particular predefined function there. Okay, so we could put the parenthesis there and then drag like that. If you see properly what I was trying to explain, that in between there you have a full colon. Are you able to see that full colon there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I can see.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so that full colon just tells us to say we have in between this is a range that we are getting, okay, from B2 to C2, okay? So that range, we are trying to add inside here, these are arguments. So when we add, we find to say the addition is B plus. So when you add this part and this part, what you have is that particular part. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. Okay, so this is on the part of a sum. Okay, I'll let me just go back and okay, okay. So where was I? I was here. Okay, okay. So I was trying to explain this particular aspect of a sum. Okay, I was trying to explain what a sum does. Okay, what a sum does. Okay, so now we have established that a sum is just the addition of what is in the parentheses, or in short, the arguments themselves. Okay, okay. And then the next part that we're going to look at is average. How do we establish what an average is? Okay, so this function determines the average of values included in the argument. Okay, so for instance, if we were to get back to our slide, okay, if we were to get back um, to this scenario, okay, are you there as well?
Yes, I am.
Okay, are you seeing this Excel sheet?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so suppose we want to find, we were finding the sum here, okay? So suppose in this particular cell, we want to find the average of these two numbers. So we are going to say, okay, equals, okay, average, okay? So if you look at also average, okay, average comes with it with different other possible functions, okay? We have got average div, average, average A, okay, average if S, okay? So we are going to this particular one, which we're going to say, okay, this is what we want to achieve, okay? Okay, this is what we want to achieve, okay? And we shall again get that particular range where we want to get the average. So that is what we want to achieve, okay? So we are getting the range in that particular cell. And then the moment we press enter, and it gives us this particular average. So meaning the average of these two given is 61.5. Okay? It is 61.5. That is the average of these two numbers. Okay? Now, maybe we go back again to our slide and see what is next there. So the next thing that we are going to look at is the count, okay? How to count numbers, okay? Okay, that are given in a particular range, maybe from this to that, okay? So this one, I'll skip it a little bit further because I want to do count um, uh, mean, maximum, and minimum at the same time, okay? In a practical session to say, okay, this is what is the maximum, this is what is the minimum, and this is what the count is, okay? So We also have what is known as the maximum value, okay? The maximum value just determines, this function determines the highest cell value included in an argument, okay? So for instance, if at all we have got a range from this particular cell to this particular cell, okay? We have maybe, there are cells that are given, okay? The cells are given in that order, okay? Okay, okay. There are various cells that are given, okay? Okay. And then maybe this is A, okay? Okay. And then we have 1, 2, and 3. We also have 4. We have 5, and then we have 6. Okay. And then we are trying to establish. We are trying to maybe first of all, let's look at count. Okay. Since we've started with count. Okay. Okay. We are trying to count the number of values that will be entered. Maybe for instance, we have got 4, okay, 1, 2, and then 3, and then we have got okay, we have got 8 there, okay, we have got 7, okay. So if you want to count all these values, okay, to see how many they are, we know to say physically we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. But using a function, this is the function that we could use to count, okay. And then if we want to also find maybe the maximum value, okay, maximum value of what we are obtaining there, okay, okay, we could also get also the range, okay, in this particular row, column, okay, from cell A1 there, okay, okay, A1 to A6, okay, we could get this particular range and find which one amongst these is the maximum value, okay. And lastly, but not the least, we could also have the minimum value, okay, minimum value, okay. So we could also get the range that is obtained, okay, this particular, place it there and get what is the smallest number that we have, okay. Do we have any questions up to this far?
No, at the moment I'm fine. I'm following very well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so
Yes.
After establishing all those particular aspects, okay, so shall we proceed and look at examples that would really see to it to say, okay, this particular one, this is it. Okay, so for instance, let me just get there. Okay. So for instance, okay, we could have maybe names. Okay, we are trying to find, okay, names, and then these are marks. Okay, okay, okay. So maybe we have Jane, and then we have Jacob, Mary. Are you seeing what I'm typing?
Yes, please. I'm following. I'm
Okay,
seeing it. It's yeah.
okay, thank you very much. Okay, and then maybe we could have Ben there. Okay, and then we could have also Rose. Okay, we could have maybe Jack. Okay, And then we could have Cindy. Okay, so now these guys, maybe they sat for a history test. Okay, okay. It was a history. Okay, history test. Okay, okay. So this particular one is the results of this particular history test. Okay, so Jen, in this history test, maybe she got 89. Okay, she got 89. Jacob came and got 67. Okay, okay. Mary was so unfortunate, she got 34. Ben got 44. Okay, Rose got 56. Okay, and then maybe Jack got he was the highest, he got 91. Okay, and then maybe Cindy comes and gets maybe 60%. Okay, so now maybe you would want to tabulate these results so that they give you your desired analysis, so to say. Okay, so for instance, if you want maybe to find I'll skip, maybe I'll not do I'll not do the sum. I'll come back to it. Let me just do the average going downwards. So for instance, you want to find the average score amongst these children. What could be the average score? Okay, so your average score would be average. Okay, you write it properly there. Okay, so you put it in parentheses and then you click there, and after clicking there, you drag. Okay, you drag with a star, with that particular star. So, and then you press enter. So what it is telling you is that your average score amongst these children was 63. Okay, so that was the average. Okay, okay. If we had a graph at this particular time, this will look at it in the next upcoming courses, lectures. Okay, so if we could have that, we would have definitely put it in that particular graph, showing to say, okay, this is the minimum or the average score that is there. Okay, so the next one that we're going to have
I'm sorry, hello.
Yes, please.
I think my internet dipped a little bit, so could you please go over again the formula with the average, the way you did it to reach the 63, just the steps, like you enter equals an average, then which cells to enter, so
Okay.
that then you show me how, yeah, so that I think my internet dipped a little bit.
Okay, thank you. So you select a cell in which you're going to be working from, and then you put an equal sign. After putting an equal sign, and then you enter the predefined function that you want to achieve. So that predefined function that you enter, you put at the end of it, you put the parentheses, and then you go to that particular cell, the first cell that you want to use. Okay, and then after getting there, you now drag. You see that? You see, you've seen that it has been selected there.
Yes.
Yes. So after it has been selected and put in the proper argument there, okay, so you just place your enter on the keyboard. You see that? Are we together? Yes. So are we together this far?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, just keep it on, keep your mic on, so that maybe we don't have. Okay, so the next thing that we could look at is the count. We want to find how many results. You know, there are times when you maybe you don't have a result of a particular student there. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we want to just to count to say, okay, how many students are entered there. Okay, so that you don't have the number of marks also corresponds with the number of students. It's very easy for you to take note of a particular entry that is not having a figure altogether when you count.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you place your your equal sign first of all, and then you say, I want to count to find out how many are there. Okay, so you even see how many other functions can be found. Okay, so I'm going to count from this cell. Okay, I'll drag and drop there. You see that? And then it gives me 7. Is it true that these entries are 7? Yes, let's count. You see, there's 1, there's 2. I don't know.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, it seems I had lost you.
I lost you. You went quiet, so I don't know which one of us was off.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But
I up to you we were starting to do the formula for the count.
oh, okay, 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 okay. Let me just get back to.
I think my internet is not so good today.
Okay. It's there. Eh? Are you able to see that?
It hasn't come on yet. I'm still seeing your profile pic.
Okay, you're still seeing my profile.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me just come out. Okay. Are you seeing that? Hello?
It's loading. Hello. It's
It's
still okay. It's back. It's back. Yes.
back.
I can see it.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Okay. So I was trying to explain to say, um, are we okay up to the count point?
Up to the count. Yes. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we could also um, we could also um, um, we could also find the maximum value altogether. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we could. You see that there's a maximum there. Okay, so we could find the maximum value. Okay, what is the highest score that we can have there? Okay, instead of manually going through the list to say, okay, this is who is this. Suppose you have got maybe 1,000 students. Okay, so you don't need to go through that tedious process. So you just select your cells and say, okay, fine, I want the maximum value. Yes, of course, it brings us the maximum value, and the maximum value is what? Is what?
It's 91.
91. Yes, thank you very much. And yes, if at all we check through the here, we find to say actually yes, the actual value, the highest value is what? 90, 91. That value belongs to Jack. Okay, suppose we
Uh-huh.
want to find the minimum value. So we could also have the minimum value like that, where we could say, okay, fine. Let's select this cell. Okay, so when we select this particular cell and then we place what? Enter. Is it true that 34 is the minimum value? We could again go and check and verify. And truly to say, okay, yes, Mary is the lowest result that we have. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So these are some of the technicalities that we could, or functions that we could use. Okay? Are we together?
Yes, we are.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. So in a nutshell, we've looked at functions, we've looked at addition, which is the sum.
Mm-hmm.
We've also looked at um, the average. We also have looked at we've looked at the counting. We've looked at also the highest value, and we've also looked at the minimum value. We
The
could,
minimum value.
yes, we could even show our formulas there. Okay, okay. You've seen that they'll even come out when we show them like that. They'll even come out to say, okay, we've looked at the average, we've looked at the count, we've
The
looked at
count.
the maximum, we've also looked at the what? The minimum.
The minimum.
Okay. Are there any questions that you would want to find out from this particular time stage? That
No.
okay.
At the moment, I think another a successful lecture for me. I think I can follow quite very well.
Okay. Thank you very much for following this far. Okay. In conclusion, let me just look at maybe the sum. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So suppose we have the name there. Okay. Okay. And then we have, we normally have marks that have got maybe two sides where you have uh, paper one, paper two. Aye. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So maybe paper one results. Okay. Okay. Paper
Mm-hmm.
one results. And then maybe this is paper two results. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, we have um, again the names here. Okay. 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 The same names of students. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So for instance, in paper one, maybe it was paper one was uh, out of 30. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then maybe paper two was out of 70. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe here, um, this particular student maybe got 21. Okay. Maybe this particular student got 17. Okay. This student got 23. Okay. This student got 11. Okay. Maybe this student got 19. Okay. And then maybe this student got 27. Okay. And then maybe this particular student again got something like 16. Okay. That is in paper one. Are we together? Are we together? Hello?
Yeah, I'm following. We're together, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello, I can get you. We are
Okay,
together. Yeah.
okay, thank you very much. Maybe in paper two, Jane got something like she got 56. Okay. And then in this particular paper, maybe Jacob got 44. Okay. And then Mary could have got maybe she got maybe 38. Okay. And then in this particular, Ben got something maybe around 39. You see that? Okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
you have Rose. Maybe Rose got 62. Okay. And then you have Jack. Maybe Jack got maybe he got maybe 43. Okay. And then you could have maybe Cindy. Maybe Cindy she got 51. Okay. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
and then now you would want to put the final score. Okay. So the final score would mean to say it would be the addition of these two marks.
Of those two.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to find that, you could say equals. sum.
Some.
Okay, okay. Maybe let me remove this particular. Okay. First of all, let me show. So this particular sum, so I'll say from here to there, okay, and then I'll enter, okay. So you see that this particular is the sum of these two numbers. Are we together? Are we together? Yes. So if I want to find the corresponding
Yes.
values,
Yes, we are.
yes, if I want to find the corresponding values there, okay, I'll come there and just drag down, okay, and it is adding all those. You see that? So it
Yes.
has added the entries there, it has added the entries there, it has added the entries there. You see that? Maybe this could be a subject like computer studies, okay, okay, uh, studies, okay, which has got both a practical and also a theory side. So maybe this was a practical and this was a theory side, okay. So these are where the scores that these children got, okay. They got um, those particular results, okay. So we could also compute what we computed in the area stage where we could,
Earliest.
pardon?
Yeah, I just made the like what we computed earlier.
Yes, so we could say, okay, fine, let's find the average, okay? Let's find the average score in this particular result, okay? So from here to there, okay, we do what? We enter, okay? And it is giving us to say the average score is 66.71429. You see that? Are we together? Hello? Hello?
Hello, yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Hello, yes, I'm following. I can hear you.
Okay, okay, thank you. So you've seen the average that we have found there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we could also count to say, okay, let's find out how many students this particular test had, okay? So we could again come there and drag and then press enter and still find to say, okay, it was the same number of students there and in history, and also it was the same number of students in the computer studies.
Computer studies, yeah.
So again, we could also find, okay, let's find the maximum, okay? The maximum value, okay? So we come there and compute and then say, okay, fine. Yes, this is the maximum value by Rose. Rose got 81%, okay? Can we find the minimum value? Okay, so we say minimum value, okay? So we could come again there and also drag and drop and press enter. We find to say, actually, yes, the minimum value is 50 and this value belongs to Ben, okay? Are we together?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so we could do,
Well done.
okay, we could do show our formulas there and see, okay, these are the formulas that are obtained. On the part of history, those are the formulas, and on the part of computer studies, first of all, we have the sum for all the grades, and then we also have the average, we also have the count, we also have the what? The maximum value,
Maximum.
and we also have the minimum value. Okay. Are there any questions on the on what we have at the moment?
No, I'm quite comfortable. Very, very good to learn all these all of a sudden. Like I'm becoming an expert every day.
Okay. Okay. No, that is a very good if at all we are moving towards that particular direction.